Hola, welcome back. Today we are preparing the very famous Cocido Madrileño. It's one of the most typical winter dishes in Spain. It's a complete meal with a soup and a big plate with chickpeas, a lot of veggies and also all kinds of meats. It takes a long time to be prepared, but believe me, you need to try this at least once. You need, first of all, chickpeas soaked overnight in cold water with a pinch of salt. That's very important, they need to soak overnight. And then your meat pieces, normally a piece of veal, a piece of bone from the veal as well, then some pork belly, also a piece of the jamón bone, you can skip it if you don't find it, and finally some chorizo and morcilla. Morcilla is a black sausage made out of blood. And then 2 pieces of chicken, or better hen, and then your veggies, turnip, leek, celery, some carrots, and finally some cabbage. Let's start. You need to fill your pot with cold water and drop the bones and the meat, namely the pork belly and the veal. Do not add yet the chicken, right? We will add it later on. Only the bones and the pork belly and the veal. Heat it and you will see that some foam is formed on the surface. You need to take this out. Remove it. As you see here, you will need to do this during the first 5 minutes. You see, now again, continue doing this until the water is boiling. Once it's boiling, add the drained chickpeas. Now it needs to boil again. Once it does, as you see here, turn the heat to medium heat and cook it for about 1 hour. And now you see the color of the liquid has changed. Now it's kind of white. It's time for adding the chorizo and the chicken or hen pieces. Oops, sorry. So once it boils again, you will see a lot of fat and foam again on the surface. So you need to remove it again. And once you are done, cover and cook for another 1 hour. I told you it takes a lot of time. After the second hour, start peeling the carrots and cut them in halves. This is the way I used to do and the way I've always seen at home, but of course you can do it as you prefer, in rounds, and drop them into the pot. Add also the peeled turnip, cut it in half, and the leek and celery, and cook for 30 minutes. We are reaching the final stage. After 30 minutes, peel the potatoes and add them without cutting them, just peeled, but the full potatoes as you see here, and boil for the last 30 minutes. During these last 30 minutes, cut the cabbage, take out the body part in the middle, and cut it in big pieces. You don't need to cut it really small. Now you have 2 options. You can boil everything together with the stock, or in a separate pot, as I normally do, because then I like to stir fry the cabbage with some oil. Cover and cook for 10-15 minutes until it's completely done. Drain it. And in the same water, add the black sausage and cook for 10 minutes. Finally, for the cabbage, heat a couple of tablespoons of olive oil and stir fry a couple of garlic cloves for providing the flavor, but then take them out and add the cabbage. Stir fry for 5 to 10 minutes or even less, depending on when you see it's ready. Normally it takes 4, 5, 6 minutes, I would say. And now let's serve the cocido. You need to just retrieve the amount of stock you will use and leave the rest with ingredients. So I was preparing this for 2 people, and then I started fishing my meat pieces, the chorizo, and now I started to cut it in pieces so everyone can taste all the pieces, and do the same with the meat. You will see that the meat is so tender. Do the same with the black sausage finally, and with the chicken. And now in the boiling stock you add some pasta. The one we use in Spain for the soup is a very thin pasta called fideos, as you see here, and it's ready in 3-4 minutes. Finally, put in a big plate all your veggies, the potatoes, the chickpeas, the cabbage, and the pieces of meat. And now you can consume first the soup and then the rest, or all together, as you prefer. I hope you can try this recipe out. It takes a long time, but it's delicious, believe me. See you soon.